This program is brought to you by FanDuel, where we give sports fans the chance to win every day.
Yo.
Okay. I was gonna host because I hadn't pod in a while.
All right. My bad, Blake. Go ahead on.
Pelicans win 129-111. They're officially now in 12th place, Lito.
Yeah.
It feels good to be back. Smash the like button. Let's do it.
First took away. Gas for this. Get your money's worth now.
Presented by the Scott Vickner Injury Law Firm. You've been hurt in any kind of car accident, truck, injury, whatever. Just call them 504-500-1111 for free consultation. They always fight for the win.
Yeah.
Pelicans win again. Lito, obviously, did y'all show last night, and then they had the whole debacle thing against Houston. But 8-5 since the All-Star break, and I was looking at the schedule.
Yeah.
They lost by 2 on the road in Phoenix. That was a winnable game. Could have won the game.
Should've.
Lost by 2 on the road against Houston. Like, you could look. It's easy to say this. You could honestly, in this stretch, you could be 10-3 right now.
You should. You're supposed.
What's up,
Five? You're supposed to be 10-3 right now. But Justin, before we get to that, bro, like we not starting a show like that, man. We ain't starting a show like that. No. We got a champion in the building. We got a champion in the goddamn building. And I'd be remiss if we start the show off talking about the Pelicans. We got back-to-back, 2-time back-to-back.
Damn.
Like, what's up, Coach? Like, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's good to be back. Obviously, you and Jared talk a lot about the team and everything like that. And man, those kids are awesome, dude. They played their asses off in Lake Charles, and there was some good competition. Dunham was a 1-point game. Calvary Baptist is a hell of a team, man. They have an unbelievable point guard over there. He's gonna be a major problem, but those kids, man, they work their asses off, and they deserve it. So, as Jordan McGuire said tonight on the broadcast, Mike McGuire won his 7th state championship.
Yeah.
So, it's incredible to work for a guy like Mike McGuire, who's literally the best in the business. So, I appreciate y'all for sure. And I mean, to be honest with y'all, like I bounce, like a lot of people don't know watching this show, like I bounce ideas and plays off of y'all too all the time. I mean, literally all the time. And Jared, we talk about sets all the time, and what you see, and y'all help me out throughout the season. So I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. Go ahead, Fire.
Nah, I think that's the most impressive thing, right? Like y'all, of course, I care about the kids, but I care about basketball a lot. And not only do you, you're teaching the game.
Yeah.
Like you can see like the wheels turning in these kids. Like they're doing things that kids just don't do.
Yeah.
I told this to Justin once, like, this isn't normal. I don't want people to think like this is normal or like Louisiana basketball is just like lower level. No, there's some athletes out there, of course.
Yeah.
But they know how to play. They're learning how to play basketball, and Justin them are teaching them. And I think that's the dopest part about this.
I appreciate that, Jared. Ross was there in Lake Charles on Saturday, man.
The Lake Charles legend.
Well, you know the man in town.
The landlord out there. Like,
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. I spent 3 days in Lake Charles, and I was ready to come home.
See, I don't know why would you take a good thing and make it bad? I come on the show, you're getting complimented. I mean, and then you want to take it. See, that was unnecessary. That's
that was unnecessary.
It's okay. Yeah. It's all right.
This is our friendship. This is what we do.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Hey, I wanted to say shout out to the squad though, KB. Shout out to Curtis. Shout out to Henry. Shout out to I can't think of everybody's name, but I've been keeping up throughout the playoffs, man. Like, man, shout out to y'all hooping.
They did a heck of a job. They really did.
Also got to shout out John Curtis, man. Biko. I grew up playing with Biko Paris AU, and he's done an unbelievable job with those kids. Altrell Manning.
Shout out to Altrell Manning Jr.
Yeah. They got a lot of good stuff going on.
They might have. I mean, no disrespect to Country David, they may have had an argument for the best team in the state this year. They had a hell of a year. I mean, I saw them play twice, and I mean they were impressive. They were good.
Yeah, they were good.
Curtis had a hell of a team.
Speaking of good, so I appreciate that, guys. Appreciate all y'all's support throughout the season. But speaking of good, Zion Williamson went 11-13 from the field tonight, 27 points. 4 rebounds. Jarrett, I mean, once again, he's only shooting 13 times tonight, but it's so efficient. What are your thoughts on him?
There's a little bit about me that is kind of turning a corner on Zion. Like I'm seeing something in Zion. Like he called for the rock, not just like, stick my hand up, like, hey, give me that. And then he got fouled. I'm like, and he went right. I'm like, all right. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it was good. I still, again, think he needs to shoot more than 13 times. Like, I don't think that's enough. We've said that ad nauseum at times, but I mean, of course, like 11 for 13, dog. Like that's, and it feels like he's done this. I don't know, 50 to 100 times at this point of his career, like we've seen this a lot, but it's not enough. We need to see more.
Lito, before we get to y'all's points here, because you tweeted something tonight, and I'm glad you said it. I don't know how Herb Jones missed Zion Williamson on this alley-oop. I mean, he threw it out to Trey, and Trey misses it. But I'm like, Herb Jones, I don't know how he doesn't see Zion on the lob, but you could tell Zion was pretty pissed off. Go ahead, Lito. I just thought that was a great tweet right there.
Ever. No. It's not just tonight. He never sees Zion Williamson. Ever. It's like he got these blinders on. It's like anti-Zion blinders whenever Zion is in transition. Like he refuses to fucking look the other. Like I've never seen anything like this. Like it's absolute cinema. I don't know. Like what like the motherfucker is literally going to the goal and he's like, all right, like it's just incredible, dog. Like I don't know, man. Look, I got thoughts on Zion's shooting. It's great. It's great. It's incredibly efficient. It's I mean, 11 for 13 is damn near perfection, right? Like it's damn near perfection. I just want more. I want more. I want him to shoot the ball more. I mean, if Sadiq Bey had 18, Sadiq was 8 for 18. Trey was 7 for 15. If you're 11 for 13, I want you to shoot the ball more. And I'm with 5 too. Like I think I am turning the corner on Zion. Not only like, Justin, me and you talk. We had a. It wasn't necessarily on a pod. It was an announcement show we did, and like we kind of bigged up his availability this season, and we bigged up his time being on the floor. Because I mean, like we say, as a professional basketball player, you're supposed to be available, right? But at the same time, like he ain't had it. He had professionalism, so he had to learn it. And yes, he is learning in year 7, but you still got to give credence to it, right? Like you see the way he is taking care of his body, and he seems to be doing the right things now. So it's kind of like a Libra scale of like, fuck, I want him to. He should be here with this, but I guess I just got to accept him where he is. And I did see that 5. He did kind of demand a basketball. I just want him to shoot the ball more. Like I want him to just accept the greatness and like fuck the missed shots. I don't care. Like I want him to say fuck the field goal percentage, bro. That's what I want him to say.
Ross is about to say something crazy, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got that shitty green on.
I'm not. I just totally agree with all. I was looking at this. I was trying to find the time I sent the text, but a buddy of mine texted me at 8:38 was the time tonight. He said Zion has 25 on 10 of 11 shooting with 5 minutes left in the third. And my response was, these are the games he should just get 40, but he'll back it down and score 29 in a 10-point win. And he scored 27.
Damn.
Right. And it's so while we're sitting here complimenting him for how great he played, I could go find 20 instances on this show where I've said Zion was 5 of 6 in the first quarter. Why did he take 11 shots tonight? So for me, it's a little bit more of the same. Great game, awesome game. But I mean, how many players there in the NBA at Zion's level that start a game 10 of 11 and take 13 shots? How many would not just say, "Whew, man, it's my night. I'm about to." Whew. It's just incredible to me that he'll just be comfortable. Like, hey. It's a rare thing. He's such a special talent, but he is just so comfortable being what he is. And I think it's more frustrating for fans. I don't think it frustrates him at all, but it's frustrating for fans. And so I don't know. Maybe you guys saw something turn the corner or something. I didn't see a corner turn. I saw the same exact player do the same exact thing that I've seen him do so many times that frustrates. Even though it was great, it still frustrates me.
It wasn't like more so like a corner turn. It's like I peeked around a corner type thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ross, you bring up something interesting, man. I don't know if y'all saw Aaron Gordon's comments about Zion.
Yeah.
Right. He essentially he was just talking about like similar, archetypes, right? Super athletic people, and they kind of have to, as their athleticism kind of dwindles down as they get later in their career, have to find different ways of, advancing. And I think like Aaron was like, he was talking about Zion. It's like he's letting his teammates down or himself down when he doesn't try to advance his game, right? Like he's worried, like say he's worried about the misses or something like that. Like who cares about the misses? Like you have to fail forward. You, in particular, like this cannot be Zion's ceiling. This can't be it. 11 of 13 for 27 points would be a great game for Jeremiah Fears. This can't be a great game for Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
This can't be.
Yeah, it's just they're trash guys. I mean, I don't mean trash. Let me back up. Everyone in the NBA is great. I don't mean it like that. I mean, there are players that are not household names that will start a game 9 of 10 and are taking at least 20 shots. Like you start a game 9 of 10, it's like we're gonna see how good it looks tonight. And but the Aaron Gordon comp is so interesting because I the more I've watched him, I really think that's like what he is. Like I think Zion is not I don't know that he's an all-star. I don't know that he's a superstar. I think he's an awesome, like if he's your second best player or like your third best player in like kind of a hybrid role, I think you've got just an incredibly valuable player. But I think if you're like building a team around him, I think you're going to find yourself disappointed. It's not a knock to him, I don't think. I think it's just the reality of like or at least in my opinion, of what I've watched the last few years.
I think that's my bad, Justin.
No, go ahead.
I think that's kind of like, not kind of like, but that's what I'm saying. Like that 11 for 13, that's perfect. If that's Jeremiah Fears, that's great. You know what I'm saying? If that's Derek Queen, that's incredible. Like they got a dude in the comments who always talk about how we disrespectful to Zion, and I think it's losers like that are like the downfall of this team because like we want him to be great, right? And look, he's incredible like when he wants to be, but shooting 13 shots and you put the tag superstar on him, not to say that he can't be, but like he's not letting himself be. He's not doing all of the things that a superstar would. That's still 4 rebounds there. There's still 1 assist there. It's a lot of things that were left off the table. We accept the 27 points, like for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like that's no disrespect. Go ahead, Ross.
No, I was going to say, and just ask you a question because we're talking about it like it's an aberration, but like, so he went 11 of 13 tonight. How many shots do you think he takes on average on the season?
Shit, 15.
It's a career low, right? It's like 14 and a half.
13.
13.
Yep. Right on par. Right. It was game on tonight. That was it. He takes 13 shots a night. Isn't that crazy to say? We're like, when that is what I would tell the like Zion can still be a centerpiece people. I didn't tell him to take. Like, there's no one in there. There's no one in that building saying, Zion, hey, about 13. Let's get, when you get to that 11 to 14 range, let's, you've hit. No one's saying that. This is where he's comfortable. And again, I'm okay with that. I'm not. This is not a knock. I'm not knocking Zion. This is just the reality of, I think, of the player he is.
I can't tell if DZG's taking a shot at us or not, but I'm glad if he is, I'm actually glad, because people are thinking like this is taking a shot at Zion, and it's not, because we want him to shoot more because he is that good.
It don't matter. He's sensitive. He's sensitive too.
It's fine, but like it's just like that's no. See, like these type of people miss the fucking point, and like this is what drives me crazy. Like, and look, have your opinion.
He typing with his heart.
We still have 23 wins. Like, he hasn't played a playoff game. Like, if you want to have winning basketball and you want to play high level basketball and make the playoffs, your best player, Zion Williamson, needs to shoot more. That's what we're trying to say. Him averaging 13 field goal attempts in year 7 is not good. We want him to shoot more. That's like a positive thing because he's good. He affects the game. That's what we're trying to say. Go ahead, Ross.
I would say, can y'all remember another player? Because I keep seeing this thing, and I know y'all have said it a few times, and I see it over here in the comments, that he hates missing shots. Can you remember another player? Because I'm trying to think about another like all-star level player in my lifetime of watching that we're like, he doesn't shoot as much because he doesn't want to miss. Like, I'm trying to think of a player that was like everyone that watched him consistently was like, he really needs to shoot more. And I'm just struggling to think of one. I'm trying to think of you. Can y'all think of one, like an all-star, star level player that ever consensus year over year, everybody was like, he really needs to shoot more.
It don't exist, Ross. It don't happen. It's not real.
Valid.
I'm not saying that, because I don't think we're not holding him in the same regard that we do a Zion. Like, we don't expect Ben Simmons to shoot 20 shots, right?
I don't think so. He was never like a score like that. I don't know if Ben Simmons is checks the box for me.
Well, I'll argue with it because he has more accolades than Zion.
He does.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
right?
Gosh, yeah, way more.
You know what I mean? And like, the thing was he didn't want to shoot layups. Like, he would be, scared. Like, he didn't want to shoot the jumper, but you would see him like in off-season workouts doing it. Like, like, are you afraid of like criticism? Like, Zion, they're gonna criticize you anyway. Like, who cares? We gonna say something regardless. So
Hey,
fuck it.
my bad.
That's what I'm saying. Just fuck it, dog. Like, just shoot it. You know what's wild? The first game Zion played, the first one, he knocked down 4 threes.
Yeah. Why was that?
I don't know.
I'm saying, and it was kind of like a rhetorical in the sense, but like, you took the most threes you ever played when you had the most time off from basketball. You've been playing basketball. Why isn't the shots being taken? Like,
I
think it's a criticism, dog.
Because I thought he looked so good tonight. I really did. I mean, I thought he could have just done he could have done literally anything he wanted tonight. Like, whatever. Anything.
Well, like, that's the thing. It's like, we're still talking about a 22-23 win team here. Like, if you want to win games, if you want to if you want to win 22-23 games a year and do all this shit, then take 13 shots. Take 13 shots. That's fine. If you want to win 40, 45, you got to take 20 a night. That's what we're trying to say. Like, that, like, this is it's a positive, it's constructive criticism. It's a positive thing that we're trying to say, that this guy can be efficient. And if he misses some shots, Jared, you're an advocate of this. Who fucking cares? No one's going to say a word about it. Like, we want you getting up 22, 23 shots a night, because that give us the best chance to win every single night.
All right. Just before we move on.
Yeah.
You think is this? Thanks. I appreciate the comment. Dog, they're like, what, top 5 since the All-Star break?
Yeah. How many games in a row they scored 100 points? Like 27 in a row? Like
dog, it's free fall. If you can get a bucket, the offense is available for you to get it.
Man, listen.
I mean, Jared, you've been talking about this for years, not months, not weeks, for years of playing the same style of basketball. Like they play the same style of basketball every single night. I know how they're going to play. I know they're going to attack. And to be honest with you, like, yes, have they struggled in late games? Should they beaten Houston? Sure. Should they beaten Phoenix? Like, yeah. Like that's just going to take some time. But I think Borrego's done a nice job of kind of righting the ship. And everyone understands their role now. Go ahead, Lito.
This the smartest man here. Like honestly, it's very limiting because if in his style of play, he's gonna get knocked down or beat up every time he goes to the rim because he doesn't take any easy shots. There's no easy bucket for him, right? Unless it's in transition and it's a dunk. But if he's dribbling a basketball trying to get downhill, he's using energy. He's got an energy game. And I did want to say one thing before. What cuz name who got in his feelings?
Something with an LSUM logo. I don't know.
That dude, before he got into his feelings, I was just gonna say that dude. Well, get the fuck out of here, then DZD. Get the fuck. Go ahead on. Get the fuck. Go to OKC, bro. Like get your bitch ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? And fuck you. I'm sorry. So I'm not even mad. It's crazy. I was having a great day. I feel like I saw Zion move the most off ball that I've ever seen him tonight. It was slide cuts. Saw Iverson cut. Like it was a couple really interesting like much movement off the ball that like he had not done before.
I think Borrego's done a nice job with Zion. What do you guys?
No, I think so too. No, somebody said my jumper was broke. So I was like, oh, all right.
Your jumper?
That's what dude said. Fist of the Black Star. Yeah. All right, bro. Crazy name, by the way.
What's going on here? Why are we being attacked? Because we're attacked. Man, whatever.
I'd work you out is crazy too.
Yeah, that was a little.
And your name is Fist of the Black Star. I don't want to do no work with you.
We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting it paper. Know what I'm talking about?
Appreciate that.
Let's talk about another guy, and y'all mentioned his name multiple times, Jeremiah Fears. Jarrett, speaking of shooting, last 10 games, and this is a knock on Jeremiah Fears. Last 10 games, he's shooting 44% from deep on 4.5 attempts.
You know, and that games just start to slow down for a brother, and the gears start to switch. It just all makes sense. He lets the game come to him now, right? Yep. Like it's not all speed. It's pace. It's patience. It's late in shot clock. I done try to pitch it around a little bit. Got the ball back. Oh, now I can go to work. No remorse. I got an advantage. I'm gonna try to create for others, and then create for myself. It's just working on your game a lot, man. The shots coming around. It's off of the dribble three. It's a catch and shoot three. It's getting to the midi. It's getting to the rack. Dude gonna be nice. Najee got in a foot race with him. He's like, nah.
Oh God.
Nah.
Oh God. Him and Middleton. Like he just separated.
And Najee not slow. This is somebody that plays with some defensive pressure. Like, I'm straight. I ain't about to deal with this young boy. He really might be the fastest cat.
No doubt.
Yeah, you said Lito, go ahead then with Ross. I'm interested to definitely hear Ross's thoughts on Fears and if it's changed.
That this month of March basketball for Fears, that shooting boy, that shit. His shot is you can see the patience in the jumper. Mm-hmm. As fast as he plays, when he shoots the basketball, he's really patient. If we're just talking about like form shooting, because like a lot of people, they rush their shot when defensive pressure is like right there. Like he is really, really patient, and it's the verticality of it. His feet are set, like the L's, the elbow, like it's a good looking shot. And you know what's crazy, Five? It's kind of like Trey's shot, right? The release where he releases the basketball is the shoulder. The same shit we was talking about with Trey. It's not above his head. It's here. But watch him when he shoots the free throw line jumper. look at how he differentiates when a bigger, you know what I'm saying? Is what we was talking about last pod.
I always found that weird that Cash can actually do that. Like their mid-range shot form is different than the 3-point or off the
something
dribble.
to do with strength?
Huh?
Do you think it has something to do with strength?
I think it's a lot to do with strength, right? Like, you know, when I was learning how to shoot, of course, my mid-range three it was almost perfect. You know, I'd jump straight up and down, and then when you got behind the line, it took a little bit more strength, so it changed a little bit. But I can see Jeremiah Fears getting stronger. Like it's more legs, or his legs are underneath him at times now. It's like he's more balanced, but he can shoot off the dribble a little bit better than Trey. So that's the only reason why it just looks better off the dribble than Trey's.
Ross, has your stance on Fears changed?
I don't know if I remember what my stance was, like about his shooting, but no, look, he's up to 39% after the All-Star break.
Wow.
From three, which is nothing to scoff at. It really is. I mean, look, that was considered a question mark or a weakness, like you said. So, I mean, look, it also correlates with when he moved to the bench. Is there, you know, there's probably something there that the game slows down. It becomes easier. He's playing against worse players, typically coming off the bench. I think it's a good thing for him. And I think he's played really well. In fact, I think he was kind of the reason. I don't want to say the reason they won tonight, because I guess they won by 17 or 18. But when he came in the first quarter, it was not looking well. And he was the difference. And that, you know, even going a step further than him, that was one of the things that I think we were kind of excited about entering this year was like, man, if everyone gets healthy, you've got this bench that actually could be an asset, could be something interesting. So I think you're kind of maybe, you know, even though it's really late in the year, you're starting to see that bear some fruit. But no, there's no arguing that he's played really well. He shot the ball well after the All-Star break, which is great. All you can ask for from rookies, especially, I mean, he's super young, is that they improve throughout the season. And so this one big question mark, you've now seen start to become maybe less of a question mark as he enters the second year, which is a great thing. It's awesome.
His two biggest question marks, I think, coming out of college or not, excuse me, I think I know, is decision-making, right? He was turnover prone and shot making or shooting from deep. And he's clearly improved both of those. And as someone said, it's night and day. Go ahead, Lito.
It was two things. And if I was there, it was two things. There was the shooting. He shot 28% from three in college.
Yeah.
And the other thing was finishing at the rim.
Still got to clean out that part.
Yeah. One of those demons. He's somewhat conquered. The other, that's just it's gonna come with time, age, and strength.
Yeah, I agree. So speaking of which, Leo, right back to you. I'll hear everyone's thoughts here. Has Borrego done enough? Because I see a lot of James Borrego chat here.
Like we said on the show yesterday, I feel like I feel multiple ways about this. I feel like Grubb brought up an interesting point. The Pelicans are, I think, the past 2 weeks of seventh. They're seventh in 3-point percentage or some shit like that. Let me ask you.
Top 15 in offensive rating, but yet a bottom 3 team in 3-point percentage or something like that, which is insane. Like there are no other teams in the bottom third realm 3-point shooting that are in the top 15 of offensive rating. Those are two opposing stats.
Over the last 16 games, the Pelicans are top 7 in league scoring, field goal percentage, pace, 3-point percentage, and assist to turnover ratio. I'm repeating that because I'm gonna ask you a question. Who is shooting these shots? Who is shooting these shots for them to be for them to be 7th top 7 in 3-point percentage.
Same players that were shooting the shots when they were at the bottom. It's the type of shots they're getting.
That's what I was about to ask. The difference has to be, in my opinion, in everything else that we named, though, right? Pace, field goal percentage. Like if you're getting more shots at the rim, teams are like collapsing. You're getting more shots, more open shots in transition. So with that being said, like there are probably other coaches that are, maybe better than Borrego. I don't know who yet is available. But the thing is, the Pelicans not gonna pay them coaches. That's the large part of this. Like we got to look at, the Bill Parcells quote about, not only want to be able to, cook the groceries, I want to shop for the groceries too. Like you bring in a Mike Malone, like Mike Malone gonna want to say on his players.
That's my biggest thing here is like, look, and have your opinion on Borrego. I'm not trying to change your opinion on James Borrego, whether you like him or you don't. The fact that people are grading him, I don't think people understand how hard it is to turn this around mid-season. Like, I don't think people understand how important an off-season is, where you can talk to your coaching staff, you can talk to players, we're going to scheme this, we're going to do that, and then you implement it in training camp, and then you go on into the season. There's not a lot of practice time in the season. We talk about this all the time. So the fact that he's at least turned it around, I'm not saying this team's remotely good, but the fact that he's turning around gives me some type of positive hope. Now there was a comment here, like it does depend on who the options are, because if the options are Darvin Ham and James Borrego, I'm taking James Borrego. If there's somebody else out there, like I haven't really heard much, but like once again, that person also has to want this job. This job's not very attractive. You still don't have a first round pick. You still have 22 wins, right? You still have to get up contracts of, Kevon Looney's gone, but Jordan Poole's still a question mark. And then obviously, thank God, DeJounte Murray's looked really good, but there's still questions surrounding this roster. So you still need a coach that wants to take this job. Ross and Jarrett on Borrego.
I think he's done enough. I mean, they're playing better. They're playing a more attractive style. They're starting to win games. I still think it's a very flawed roster. I mean, I'm sure I'll get crushed for this, but like, I go to because Mike Malone's the name people always bring up. Like, pardon my language here. What the fuck did Mike Malone ever do it until Jokic rolled up and showed like just out of nowhere became probably the best player in the world? Never finished above 500. Even in Jokic's first few years. Like, and so, I mean, there's just this thing of like, is there someone else that would do better with this roster than Borrego has done? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. So I don't, the choices that I have heard don't interest me at all. I wouldn't let Darvin Ham coach my son's first grade basketball team.
You struggle with this name. It's Darvin Ham.
I don't give a fuck what his name is. I don't care. I wouldn't let him coach my son's first grade basketball team. I think he's awful. Yeah, I mean, some of the names have gotten kicked around. Don't interest me much. I think you have to continue improving the roster. I don't know. I think you've got strides to make there before you can really evaluate who, changing the coach again. I think, you look at it. I look at it this way. James took over this team, right? And I think he's unquestionably been better than Willie was with it. We all agree to that?
Sure.
Yes.
And that for me is the most important thing. If you don't think he's the guy long-term, cool, do what you got to do. I think he took a bad situation and has kind of turned it into this thing that's like, well, hey, there are people now that are saying like, hey, if this team stays like this, we're good to go next year. I don't necessarily believe that, but a lot of folks do. I still think you have to continue drastically improving the roster. But I think Borrego's a good coach. I do. I think he's a good basketball coach.
Breeze, you can't. Chauncey Billups is. Never mind. So
Trying to run a card game, Breeze. Trying to do.
So Bruce, I wanted to bring up this comment, Jared, before I get to your point. So like they're doing that against bad teams, best tanking, and so on and so forth, right? So if you look at the schedule, first off, I think like he's beating all the bad teams. Like he can't control who he's playing. Okay, like it'd be way worse if he was losing, but he's winning. He's doing his job and winning those games, right? So I just take it back all the way to Charlotte, right? I think they blew on February 2nd, they blew a 19-point lead in Charlotte. They were one of the hottest teams they lost, right? And so goes on the road, beats Minnesota. Obviously, they have that 4-game win streak against Philly. I know there's no Embiid. Golden State, I know there's no Curry. Back-to-back in Utah. Get blown out in LA on a back-to-back. I think they had a fourth quarter lead against the Lakers. They end up losing by 9, but very competitive in Los Angeles. Sacramento, they handle business there. They lose by 2 on the road to Phoenix. Take care of Washington.
Don't
the Raptors.
Just don't even do this. You don't do this.
I think it's important. I think it's important.
It is important, but it's unnecessary.
I agree.
To try to look at what a bad roster, like what an average roster has done in the back half of the year. You can look at the superlatives and say, have they gotten better? Have they gotten worse? They've gotten better. Like, how many coaches would have, and we criticize them if you want, how many coaches would have rolled out this 5-man unit and been like, you know what, we're just going to go with it, that this works? Willie sure wouldn't have. Would have never.
Willie was starting Kevon Looney.
Exactly. And so just those little things, I think, again, you're talking about, has he done enough to deserve another year? I'm not saying he's done enough to become the highest paid head coach in the NBA. But I'm saying, has he done enough to deserve an off season to implement what he wants? Has he done enough to deserve another chance to influence the players? The rookies have gotten better. They have. He's found a way to turn the center position into like something that kind of works. So look, they've got 23 wins, right? I don't know how many they got, 24, whatever the number is, right? It's still a bad team.
That's right. But, not enough.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Look, he's got Jared, I want to hear your thoughts. He has an interesting stretch here at home against the Clippers, and then Cleveland, New York, Detroit, Toronto, Houston. Go ahead, Jared.
He's going to need some of these wins, but I think the question was, has he done enough? I really wish you would have got that Houston win. That would have helped a lot.
Yeah.
Because initially, like before we got into this exercise and we talked about this months ago, like what can he do to keep this job? And I said he would have to win some games that he wasn't supposed to win. And that would have been one of those games.
Yeah.
The Minnesota win, great win, right? But going into the offseason, and in my opinion, I rank James between the second tier of coaches, right? Second tier because I rank him in 3 tiers, 30 teams in the NBA, soon to be 32. But like he's in the second wave, right? Between 20 and 10. If I'm in an organization, I'm looking at other coaches. Like I need to know the next coach I hire needs to be definitively better than the guy I have. He will be immediately in the first tier of coaches for me. He will be between 10 and 1. If that guy is not available, it makes no sense to try. Like you have to know out of a shadow of a doubt that this guy will be in that tier. He will make my team that good. He will increase my win total by at least 5, minimally, but at least 5 by him just showing up. And if you cannot answer that question, nah, won't happen. So I always thought he was a really good coach, offensively gifted. The numbers are always there. You can look at the Charlotte numbers. You can look at these numbers back half. Like he's always been an offensively gifted coach. You just need to have the consistency of your players. Like they have an identity. We talked about this with Willie Green. Just this team never had an identity. You didn't know what you're going to get night in, night out. The way this team plays, I can tell you when the mistakes are coming. That's how consistent they've been in my eyes. Like I know what's about to happen. And you get in late game situation, like, okay, they'll have to just figure it out from there. But other than that, like ATOs, they ran a beautiful ATO when they were, I think Dallas got on a run. They cut the lead down to 12. They called a timeout. They ended up with like a
2-man left-hand side.
strong side 2-man between Yeeves and Trey Murphy.
Yep, wide open.
It ended up with
dunk.
a floater.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Ended up with the floater. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that I can remember that, like that's a beautiful ATO. Like you wasn't getting that with Willie Green. You probably wasn't even getting a shot up. So like, the way we see the game is just differently. I think he's done enough, but I don't want to say like, yo, stop right there. Like you got to kind of close this deal out. You can't go on a 5-game losing streak in the last stretch of games.
That's a great question. Go ahead, Lito.
I was about to say, this is like the thing, right? Shout out to Trayton Mayer. Like, what are the options? If this is the options, like it's not a question. Matter of fact, I said this last night, Justin Ross. If they hire either one of these guys, I'm no longer talking about basketball. If they hire Kevin Ollie or Darvin Ham, I'm out, bro. I'm gonna just cut the light off and I'm gonna turn the mic off. Like it just hang my headphones up. I'm super straight. I think to Ross's point though, like, yo, look, if you got eyes and you can't see any improvement with this, then I can't really explain it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be very easy to see, like, yeah, they're not winning games. They're not a good team. Like, he can't change that. My coaching, bro, like, y'all have played high-level sports. I've never seen a coach be able to implement shooting or athleticism in a person who never had it. Never seen it, bro. Like, I don't care how much of a leader you are. Yo, if you can't shoot, Justin, you can't fucking shoot. It's not me. It's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that point need to be stressed. And here's the thing, right? If they do hire Borrego, I think they need to do him a service and get him players that fit his style of play. Like that should be the highest priority.
I want to address a couple things. One, Breeze. I can't. I've said this so many times, but Willie Green did not listen to anybody, or definitely didn't listen to Borrego. Okay, this was a David Griffin hire. David Griffin wanted Borrego to be the head coach. Gail Benson axed it. Those are facts. Okay, Willie Green knew why James Borrego was hired, so he did not want to listen to him. He wanted to implement his own thing. Remember Elbow? You think they ever run Elbow anymore? Have y'all seen Elbow run much lately? No, it's a completely different style. So that's one thing. Second thing, Adam, Borrego won't even be that much. He'll be way cheaper. Malone will command a very big contract, and he's either going to have this cushy job being a TV analyst, or he's going to get paid the big bucks like that, and then be petting. Like, assistants are very important. Like, I think Spoelstra and was it Quinn have been together for over a decade. Like, the assistant's job is to push the head coach, right? You have to suggest ideas and keep it fresh, and so, like, when Willie was the head coach, Borrego was trying to do that. But when you have a head coach that doesn't listen to you, I do know now that the coaching staff is all together. They're all one, and assistants are very important because they come with ideas and as you said, challenges. Like, your coaching staff is very important, and the head coach leans. And this is for any sport, but the head coach always leans on their staff. Like, it's not just one person doing this. So assistant coaches are important. And like, I mean, also, I don't think Borrego will get the chance, but he hasn't had his own staff. I know he likes a lot of guys on the staff currently, but he doesn't have his own staff either. So, like, there's just a lot of questions going into the offseason. No one really knows what's going to happen because Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver have no clue what they're going to do. So, or they haven't told anybody what they're going to do. So it's going to be, see, here's my thing. I don't think Chris Quinn is a potential hire, because if he's one of the best assistants in the league, why the hell is he going to take the New Orleans Pelicans job? That's my thing, guys. Like, if you got to, I saw Quana said, like, we're Borrego, we can't name other coaches that want to take the job. If you name me a realistic option, we can talk about it. But that option has to want to take this job. This is not a very attractive job. It's a low-paying job, and it's a really, really hard job to like. This franchise has won 2 playoff series in the last 20-something years. Who's going to want to take it? Like, that's my question to y'all.
Yeah.
Are Dumars and Weaver around?
Yeah.
Has someone seen, like, when was the last time someone put eyes on them cats?
Man, I don't know, but I saw Miss Gail with a priest on the sideline a couple games ago, and I was like, "No,
it's over. This shit over.
yeah, it's getting crazy."
It's over.
Nah, the Chris Quinn thing is kind of interesting because, like, if you've been in Miami for a decade, your kids are probably there.
Yeah.
You've probably settled, like, and if you're a top assistant, you're not gonna go to a place that needs that much upheaval, right? Like that much, like he's in Miami. There's security all around. Like the organization's gonna be there. The president's been the president for X amount of years. Like you in cahoots with the head coach. You don't really leave places like that.
The grass ain't always greener on there, right? Like the grass ain't always greener.
It's Miami.
Yeah. Like y'all name me some coaches. I'm like people say Rondo. You think Rajon Rondo want this be his first gig? No.
Because he can never go get another one.
Like Chris Paul? You think no.
No, Chris Paul. I don't think people understand. Like, Chris Paul could have chose this place 3 different times.
He said nah.
He said no every time. He didn't even want to fucking come play. He wanted to finish it. Chris Paul would rather retire than to come and play for the Pelicans.
Cassell's in Boston, correct? Or is he in?
I thought he was Milwaukee. No,
maybe Milwaukee. Where is Cassell?
Let's do some Googles.
Let's do some Googling.
Like
someone's
Sam
in the chat.
Cassell.
So, coach, where is he? Yeah, he's with the Celtics. He's with the Celtics right now. So one of the best teams, like literally one of the best teams in the last 5 or 6 years. You think Sam Cassell as a top assistant under Missoula is going to come to the Pelicans? No, like Sam Cassell's not coming to New Orleans.
And they about to expand the league. Like
and he's also going to command a very big, hefty contract.
As he should.
So like, love the idea. Sam sounds great. It's not realistic. Like, get realistic with me. Like, that's just not going to happen. So like, you're not going to get a top assistant. That's out the window. Are there any college coaches? Like, name me some college coaches.
Kevin Ollie.
Okay, name me college coaches that Troy Weaver isn't friends with. Okay, Steve Nash. You think Steve Nash is going to leave his job at Amazon Prime, where he's like very highly successful, to coach New Orleans Pelicans?
Yeah, I remember the last time Steve Nash coached a team, right?
I do remember.
No. See, this is where you're wrong, Fist of the Black Star. No, not the city, the franchise.
Two separate things.
The city, the franchise. I love this city. The franchise. Shut up, Cajun Curveball. Stop. You need to stop right now. This is actually, you know what? I'd be okay with this. I'd be okay.
If you need a quick refresher,
yeah,
go do some research and remind yourself how Willie Green was hired. Go look at that process.
Jacques
who all turned the job down, and how you landed on Willie Green. Just go educate yourself, and that may help you understand why we have the sort of the opinion we have. It's not that we keep saying the job, because yes, it's the job, but it's more than that. It's more than that.
I do think this is interesting. I do believe he would like to coach.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't talk to the man. Of course not. But the way he talks lends me to believe that he would want to coach an NBA team.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you what. No, man, I don't know if we can say that. 5, Justin, you was at media day, but you wasn't standing by me at 5. But just know,
I was like, I heard like,
Yeah.
He was running around, dog.
Yeah, you was
Big
busy.
plays.
working, bro.
Yeah.
This
Just know he think he could coach though.
I
Then
believe
why,
it.
then why hasn't he?
I don't know.
He never got invited to sit in the Saints war room, Ross. It's levels.
I don't like the politics.
That's what I'm saying. It's like some of these folks that I think people are interested in. Why now? Like why now? What? Y'all, I mean, you don't think if Rondo wanted to coach, he wouldn't be coaching? You don't think if Steve Nash wanted to be coaching, he wouldn't be coaching? Some of these random.
Is Rondo in Milwaukee? My bad, Ross. I'm sorry. Is Rondo in Milwaukee?
Rondo's.
I think he's in Milwaukee. I'm not. I don't think I'm crazy.
Hold up.
Either way,
No, I think you're right. Actually, I don't think about it.
But a lot of these folks have like even some assistant like don't trick yourself into thinking that every assistant wants to be a head coach. They don't all want to be head coaches, and so there's just some of these things where I think you start looking at like, well, you could get that person. I'm a Tulane guy. We just did this with Tulane football. Like it's not all not everybody wants to come to your team. Not everybody thinks your team is as great as you think it is.
Yeah.
pause, but fit really matters. Pause. Say that again.
Yeah. I think Rondo was like a guest coach, Jared. I don't know if he's coaching.
I heard
As weird as
Rondo
that
say,
sounds.
yeah, he's not. I don't think Rondo's full time because I also think he's coaching his kid too.
Yeah. Is it how old is kid? His kid's like starting to get.
Thank
Oh,
you.
no, he's nice.
That's another thing. That's another thing. Like Chris Paul, like I know, like one of Chris Paul's like trainers, and Chris Paul wants to. I mean, his kid's like gonna be one of the best guards in the country.
Yeah, focus on getting the kid. That might be a better option to improving your team. You want to improve the franchise?
Yeah, DeAndre Jordan. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing. I mean, it's been a hell of a topic here, but I don't know, Leo, you got anything else? Smash like button.
Nah, man.
Smash like button. Yeah, we got 4 games this week. So we got off day tomorrow, Clippers, Cleveland.
Yo,
How do you run those Cleveland games? I mean, the Clippers games.
Actually, last thing I want to talk about, because I know we're talking about this on Sunday. What do y'all's thought? One more thing, shout out Lito. What are y'all's thoughts on the expansion and what it means for the Pelicans?
I figured they would stay West, but truth be told, I think the NBA needs to get rid of East versus West.
Explain. This has been a huge topic.
Yeah, I don't see the point, right? Like you don't have the rivalries that you used to have. Who cares if it's East versus West? You're already trying to establish the All-Star game as a American versus international kind of thing. Like it doesn't matter anymore in the grand scheme of things. I think you need to take the best 16 teams when you're talking about the playoffs, and they need to play each other. Like flights, I mean, especially with technology, flights aren't as rough on guys' bodies as they used to be. Hell, you got to do it anyway. That's what I've always been one to say. You need to drop it down to 70 games a year, and then that way you'll have that ability to, play 1 through 16, no matter the conference. Everybody's playing 70 games. You play everybody essentially twice, and a couple sparingly other games for everybody else. It works. Simple enough.
Yeah, I mean, what Jeff Duncan and Fletcher Mackel said today is that the Pelicans would get what each owner or each team gets like $300 to $500 million in revenue, which is. But
that's why she didn't want to sell that team, Justin.
That's
because you knew. They knew.
So then, do y'all believe that she'll put it towards renovations of the Smith Center and Champion Square? Is the next question.
No.
You don't believe it?
No. Got the money to do it now.
but it's somebody else's. Like you get that.
I think putting the money toward Champion Square doesn't do a damn thing.
Yeah,
that is like the most pointless endeavor, in my personal opinion.
Not like I mean more redevelop, like not put money in a Champion Square, but there was like that proposal or there was word that they wanted to redevelop it.
I think making the stadium a little better maybe matters a little bit. I kind of lean toward Lido. Like if they wanted to do those things, like they could do them now. I prefer putting. Yeah, what's the money ball? Like I like to keep the money on the field or whatever the money ball thing we always laugh about is. It's like I don't want my guys paying for soda, but I just a lot of this stuff really is. I know we kind of joke about it. I just don't care. I just want a better team. I want a better team, and I want more thought about the fan experience, like in the arena. There are things you could do, like, but some of that stuff is just whatever for me.
Quick question: how much would it cost for like a really good arena? Not like
brand new.
Yeah, like brand new, really good arena. It's a couple bill? No, right?
No, I think the Intuit Dome was like a bill. I could be. I'll ask you.
All right, I don't want that much. Like I don't want to spend that much.
Yeah,
I think I looked at this a while back. I think it's probably like.
You don't need that. So it's $2 billion for the Intuit Dome, which is an insane stadium. Yeah. You don't need that. Nope. But I thought about this today. Say they go forward with a $400 million renovation. Just say $500 million. Where are they going to play? They still going to play the Smoothie King Center, or are they going to go somewhere else for a year? They can go Baton Rouge.
You might have to phase it out, man.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Like, where do you go? You can't play UNO.
Yeah, the NBA is not going to let you. Like this ain't.
Yeah, you're gonna have to phase it. Like do it during like the off season. Like that's the only way to work. But then you lose out on money for like concerts during the summer, events.
So I also heard reports that when Gail went to New York, whatever it was a month ago, that she had mentioned about the All-Star game and that Silver said you have to renovate the Smoothie King Center in order to get the All-Star game. So
yeah, that's good.
She wants. So
woohoo. Put your foot down, NBA.
Looks like that. Yeah, smash the like button. We got 3 more shows this week, maybe possibly 4. We definitely have back-to-back in LA, maybe on Cleveland Saturday, and then we're going to be back here on Sunday. So smash the like button. Appreciate everybody here. Pelicans win 129-111 over the Mavericks. Off day tomorrow, then they're back-to-back against the Clippers. So
I started.
See you later. What's that? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
I'll be there Thursday.
I'm actually going to the game Wednesday.
For all the people that think we don't like the team.
We don't
having my son's 7-year-old birthday party there, bringing a bunch of
big
first graders, Little Bob. There you go. So we'll be in there.
Lito, thoughts on Misi being better than Gobert?
Okay. I think that we all can think thoughts.
Fair.
Can we?
Well, not good ones. But
yeah, Lafayette. Shout out to Lafayette.
It's a good place right there.
Shout out to Lafayette.
Great time.
Great time.
Great food.
Great women.
Oh boy. hey, man.
So you know what? Lake Charles. Never mind. They're doing that against.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I've had.
I was just disappointed. I was just disappointed.
You stayed in a bad hotel with other high school basketball coaches trying to save a buck. Trying to save a buck.
No, it had nothing to do with that.
You didn't go to Lake Charles, Dad. You went on a business trip and stayed.
Business was handled, but
it was. But you didn't go. You're giving Lake Charles an unfair rap.
Wait, hold up. No, the people are great. I don't have a problem with the people there in Lake Charles. Shout out to the people of Lake Charles. I was disappointed in the food. I was disappointed.
Your coach was bringing you to Jason's Deli. That ain't my fault. I can't. I mean, that's like going to.
Wait a second.
That's like going to New Orleans. I mean, that's like going to Lafayette and being like, yeah, we hit the Whataburger right there off the interstate. Food was kind of trash in Lafayette. That ain't Lafayette's fault.
Wait,
that's
hold on.
That's on you. That is on you and the choices that the team made for how best to feed you.
Russ,
This is unfair.
Ross, wait, Justin, Ross.
I said what I said.
Ross, I was on the phone with him, and he told me they were going to get food. He never told me that they were going to Jason's fucking deli.
There was a mix-up of that, you know.
And look, they got a whole a high school basketball team trying to feed kids. No disrespect. You do what you have to do, but you can't then take that experience and say the food in Lake Charles is trash. That's
Jared,
just not fair.
Jared, I had just gone for a run in the morning. Like at one point, the sidewalk had ran out. There was trash everywhere. There was it wasn't a good experience. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say.
Justin,
okay?
man, I know you weren't searching for perfectly paved roads in Lake Charles.
I thought I'd get a sidewalk. Okay, I
Hey.
thought
That's ridiculous. You know, it's just that's the untrained eye that says something like that.
I just thought I could get a sidewalk. You're right. I just thought
sidewalks run out in New Orleans too. I just don't want Lake Charles disrespect. It holds a special place in my heart. You know,
it's not like I'm in America, but let's
don't try to make it a beef between us two. Listen,
I have a beef with Lake Charles. And
That's
Ross heard
you
about
should not be beefing with Lake Charles.
Ross heard about it. I apologize. Okay, last question, Adam. Thoughts on Queen. Jarrett?
Queen. I think he's adjusting, right? Like where he can be impactful. I always thought he was going to have the more difficult time adjusting to the game. Just because sometimes the ball isn't going to be in your hands. And how will you be able to, help your team win without having the ball in your hands? So it's a little slower, but I do think he's like figuring it out. Just going to take time.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it will take time for him, but we'll see. I mean, you think he's hit this like rookie wall?
I thought he hit it a minute ago.
Yeah.
Man, listen, the unfortunate thing about DQ is it's not gonna matter. Nothing's ever gonna matter. He could be as good as he could be as good as his talent allows him to be, but it's always gonna be that one thing that happened to get him here that they're gonna compare it to. I don't think that he's ever gonna get like a fair judgment, as you would say maybe Fears would, right? Because when you look at DQ, you're like, well, they gave up this to get him. Is he this? Is he compared to this? So I don't know if the public is ever gonna give him like a real fair chance to be whatever he's gonna be.
Fair. Smash like button. See y'all Wednesday.
Hey, you dropped your wallet. And this just in, attorney Scott Vickman was seen chasing an ambulance. Wow.
For real?
So that's David Vickman, not Scott. I'm still confused.
Ambulance chaser?
Hey, you dropped your mom?
My wallet. Oh, thanks, Dave.